Good morning. My name is Sunny from LoreForged, and welcome to Sunny Side Up. I wanted to do sort of a short form Q&A where people who were members of the Happy Hour channel, which is our Patreon, could ask me a question and I would answer it in the morning with my coffee. So here we are. Incidentally, this is exactly how I wake up out of bed. So there's that. If you want to join our Patreon, it is at patreon.com/LoreForgedHQ. And of course, you can find all of our stuff at LoreForged.com. First question comes from our good friend De La Luna. And he says, what do you think the purpose was sending people back to Verra if it was a one-way trip? How do you even know that the first group made it there alive? This is a great question. But I think that there's a couple things going on here which are very, relatable, I would say. One is I think that there's reason to believe that Sanctus kind of sucked, right? You got sort of skirted away into this pocket realm and you're like, we got to put you somewhere so that you don't suffer a terrible fate as the previous world, your home, is now being destroyed by beings that are infinitely more powerful than you are. So that's not great. But the other thing is this, it is very human nature, orc nature, dwarf, elf, whatever, to want something better. And there's all sorts of expressions. The grass is greener on the other side of the fence. If you were told that you could walk through this door, if you take door number 3 and you walk through it, you will never come back, but there is a possibility that you will be able to perform real magic with your hands on the other side of this door. And that all of the things that you've ever dreamed of that were legend or whatnot from books that you've read, which I assume, if you're on Sanctus, that these things have passed into legend, it's supposedly eons or whatever since that time, that all of those things are real and you could do them. I'm just thinking in our world, if you told people option 3 is literal Harry Potter on the other side of this door. It is Hogwarts. You're going to go to Hogwarts. You're going to learn magic. How many people would look at their lives and say, you know what? I am willing to take this shot. I am willing to forego whatever I got going on here. And that's just the average person. If your life is kind of sucky, well, then this is a no-brainer. Of course you're going to go there. It's a fresh start. So I know that the concept of it being a one-way trip is kind of a deal breaker to some people. To me, it doesn't seem that bad at all. So, part of the thing with this Sunny Side Up thing is that I'm going to let you guys ask me any questions that you want about anything. What do I care, right? And so you might get to know something about me. Well, I worked 2 years as a CSI death investigator, and it didn't make me scared of death. It made me really appreciate life and the finite and undeterminable amount of life that you have. Obviously I dealt with tragedy all the time where people were I have this one case that just haunts me to this day. It was a dude that had worked his whole life. He was 63 and he retired. And that week he went over to the neighbor's place with his wife, just over to the neighbor's to have a couple glasses of wine to celebrate his retirement. He slipped on the driveway, hit his head. They go back in the house. He's like, oh man, my head really hurts. And his wife's like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm just going to lie down. I'll be fine. She's like, okay. And well, unbeknownst to him, he had a head bleed. He had a intracranial subdural hematoma and his head filled with blood and then he died, right? So he didn't do anything wrong. It's just his whole life was taken away from him in a matter of moments that he had all sorts of plans. So this is what I'm saying. Like, if you're on the other side, to bring it back home in like a super gruesome way, if you're on the other side of the portal and you have the opportunity to do something special with your life, like, humans want to do this. This is a great opportunity. And so, you know, like, I would roll the dice with that. And that's assuming I have a great life. If I have a crappy life, I'm through that thing before you can get the door halfway open. So I think that is just, we are hardwired to look at other scenarios and the positive part about it and sort of disregard the negative. Like, you could walk through that portal and it is just an absolute laser beam on the other side that's just melting people down. But you're not, like, sure, that's possible, but you're not considering that possibility. You're looking at the Harry Potter of it. You're looking at the magic. So I think that positive and brave people are going to be much more likely to go through that. And there is plenty of those people in the world. Plenty of positivity still left in this world. Don't think that everybody's a hater. They're not. Not everybody. There's plenty of haters, but not everybody's a hater, and the non-haters are through that portal. They'll take the whole family, right? You got a chance to give your kid a Harry Potter upbringing? Why not? Let's do it. Full send. LFG. Anyway, I think that's not a bad first question. So thank you, Della Luna, for the question. I really appreciate it. As I said, if you join our Patreon, you'll have access to the Discord channel Happy Hour, and that's where I'm going to take all the questions from. So this is Sunny Side Up, and my name is Sunny, and thank you very much, and we'll see you out there. Peace, love, and honeybees.